and we are unmuted. Okay.
Okay. I can call to order the February 9th, 2021 City Council meeting. Roll call, please.
Mayor Webb,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Lacuro,
Here.
Councilmember Sullivan,
Here. I'm calling in from Clawson, Michigan, Oakland County.
Councilmember McFall,
Here.
Councilmember Londo,
Here. Okay, and then we'll take us to the approval of the agenda.
I'll move approval of the agenda as revised, Mr. Mayor.
Second.
Any dissension, discussion? Approval of the agenda. Brings up the new swearing in of Luke Londo. Would you please step up here, please?
Mr. Mayor, members of council, members of the viewing audience at home, we are joined today by our Hazel Park Division Judge of the 43rd District Court, the Honorable Brian Hartwell, to administer the oath of office to our new city council appointee, Mr. Luke Londo. Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, members of council. First, let's thank Amy Aubrey for her service to Hazel Park. We wish her well. Mr. Luke Londo, thank you for volunteering to serve on city council. You're taking one of the most important jobs in all of American government. To be a city council person is the most accessible and accountable political office there is. We know where you live, we know where you work. City council meetings are easy to attend. And the functions of government that you'll be in charge of managing, everyone, including your neighbors, understand just as well as you do how to do your job. Clean roads, clean parks, clean water, reasonable taxes, and public safety. To be successful on city council, I recommend you do the following things. Seldom do things alone. Acknowledge the collective wisdom of the city council and the public. Be deeply connected to people unlike yourself. For example, I have more friends who are in their 80s and 90s than people in my own generation. Focus your time on addressing the issues raised by your neighbors. Through these connections, you will always have new ideas to bring to city council. And of course, you're going to take principled stands on issues that are important to you. But when that happens, please open yourself to compromise in the name of the greater good. So in other words, promote the team over yourself. Seek out social and professional connections in every corner of the friendly city. Solve other people's problems, not your own. Seek middle ground and compromise so that all sides look to you as a trustworthy voice of the people. Actually, one additional requirement to serving public office: never judge someone by the condition of how they present themselves. You'll hear from people who are tired, angry, confused, undereducated, overeducated. Don't allow yourself to be distracted with how they deliver the message. Search for that kernel of truth in every public opinion you receive, however stressful, repulsive, or time-consuming that may be to you. So Luke Londo, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Luke Londo, do solemnly swear or affirm.
I, Luke Londo, do solemnly swear or affirm
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
And the Constitution of this state.
and the Constitution of this state,
And that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Hazel Park City Council
of Hazel Park City Council
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. All right. Sign above your name. Thanks, Your Honor.
Nice job.
Thanks, everyone.
Good job.
Good job. Thank you.
Congratulations, Luke.
Everybody in, we got the new councilman on board. We have 5 members now. We have a special presentations for the Black History Month. Mr. Bolter.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. City of Hazel Park, a resolution proclaiming Black History Month. Whereas during Black History Month, we celebrate the many achievements and contributions made by African Americans to our economic, cultural, spiritual, and political development. And whereas Black History Month grew out of the establishment in 1926 Negro History Week by Carter G. Woodson and the Association for the Study of African American Life and History. And whereas the observance of Black History Month calls our attention to the continued need to battle racism and build a society that lives up to its democratic ideals. And whereas the City of Hazel Park continues to work towards becoming an inclusive community in which all citizens, past, present, and future, are respected and recognized for their contributions and potential contributions to our community, the state, the country, and the world. And the City of Hazel Park is proud to honor the history and contributions of African Americans in our community throughout our state and nation. So, therefore be it resolved that the City Council of the City of Hazel Park does hereby proclaim February 2021 to be Black History Month, as we encourage all citizens to celebrate our diverse heritage and culture, and we continue our efforts to create a world that is more just, peaceful, and prosperous for all.
Thank you, sir. I'd like to open up to civic announcements. Anyone wish to speak for civic announcements? Any council members have any civic announcements? If not, we'll close civic announcements, open public discussion from the audience. Anyone wishing to speak for public discussion?
I have a comment.
And who am I speaking with?
This is Melissa Baldwin.
Hi, go ahead, Melissa Baldwin.
Hi. I just want to give a shout out to our water department. We had a water main break a couple weeks ago, and they were out here really quick. All the guys were friendly, helpful, answered all my questions. I'm sure you've all heard me talk about our DPW and how they're awesome. Just want to give that shout out to the water department too.
Well, thank you very much. We'll pass it along to our water department supervisor, which I think you already heard that, but he's on Zoom with us. Good job, Tim. And thank you for the comment, Melissa.
Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor,
Thank you.
members of council, if I may,
Trying to talk.
oh,
Yeah.
I just would like to say we've had 3 different water main breaks today. So Tim may want to address something about pipe freezing.
Any comments, Mr. Young?
Now you're muted.
You're muted, bud.
You are muted, Tim.
He doesn't know. There he is.
You back? No.
We can't hear you, Tim.
We'll come back to you, Tim.
We'll come back to you, yeah.
Anyways,
If you
anyone
know
else,
any sign language.
anyone else have any public discussion they would like to bring up? Seeing no one, will close public discussion. Are you still there, Tim, trying to get in? Want to try talking one more time? No,
No, Tim.
no, Tim. Okay, we'll take us to the public hearing, brownfield plan for 630-642 East 10 Mile Road and adjacent parking lot.
We skipped consent agenda.
Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. That's what we're-
Well, yes, we did.
Yes, we did. I need approval for the consent agenda. I'm sorry about that.
I move approval of the consent agenda items 1 through 8.
Support.
Support.
Any dissension? Any discussion? Any comments? We have a consent agenda.
That was Councilman Londo's first motion.
Yes, it was. Public hearing, brownfield for 630-642 East 10 Mile Road, and adjacent parking lot.
Before you open up the hearing, I'll just do a quick introduction. This is what was an unanticipated issue with the site, which is currently a vacant, there's no structure on it. However, we discovered after the applicant purchased the property that there was an underground storage tank that actually had some leaking where it wasn't really reported as much. The city is really required to go to the state of Michigan. Thus, there is a lot of remediation that has to go on, way more than anticipated. The applicant wishes to move forward with the remediation costs in excess of $900,000, even though he will only receive half of that money, brownfield money and tax credits going forward. I think it's a win for the city in the sense of it has to be done no matter who the owner is, who the developer is. This developer is willing to move forward with the project. And I think, it has to get done one way or another, and this is a good brownfield plan.
Yes, it is. I'll now open it up to public hearing. Anyone from the public wishing to speak on the brownfield plan of 630-642 East 10 Mile Road? We will close public hearing. We need a motion to adopt.
I would request that we conditionally adopt the plan to make sure, I think we've met all Oakland County's requirements, but we might need to do a DDA pass-through if the TIF is still valid. I'm not sure it still is. So I just want
So you want
to
a conditional
approval.
approval. Do we have a council member who'd like to take on that motion?
I'd like to make a motion that we conditionally approve the brownfield plan as recommended by the administration for 630-642 East 10 Mile Road and adjacent parking lot.
I support.
Any more discussion? Mr. Campbell, do you have any more comments on this?
No, I do. So basically, just so you guys understand what has to happen is obviously some of the dirt that is removed as part of the building has to get removed to a proper site, which is going to be a cost. The other costs are putting in ceiling with a barrier and also venting that is going to have to occur. So again, I think it's great that the project is still moving forward despite these costs. And I want to thank Elizabeth, who is on the call, who works with PM Environmental, who used to be located in Hazel Park, as you guys know.
Right.
And they have been great to work with during this process.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, as Mr. Campbell said, this is a win-win situation for the city. We'll be able to achieve remediation of this problem site, and the way the brownfield is structured, we will still receive a small increase in revenue and property taxes from the city.
Okay. Motion's done, discussion's done. We're done. Administrative reports, brownfield plan for 630 we did that one already. Okay. Resolution 02-006-21 memorandum of event spaces.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, we are requesting emergency moratorium on event spaces so that the administration can provide you with revised ordinances to better regulate in the public interest these types of establishments.
I have a approval on first reading. This is a moratorium.
And the moratorium is a short one. It is not the six.
It is a 60-day moratorium rather than a 6-month moratorium.
Yeah.
I'll move approval to adopt the emergency moratorium on event spaces for 60 days.
Second.
Discussion? Essential? 60-day moratorium. Okay, item number 3, a conditional agreement with McKinnon Associates.
Sorry, Jeff Campbell again. So basically, as we finished the master plan, and I thought McKenna, especially with the master plan, did a really good job in helping us effectuate and complete that project that I was trying to take on for about 8 years. So I do appreciate the help. They have submitted a proposal to help us implement the zoning ordinance, which really is the implementation of the master plan in some ways. They have quoted us a price of $40,000 max for that. At our request, they broke that up into 2 separate payments of $20,000 for this budget year and the next. However, when I was attending a MEDC redevelopment readies community seminar about a week and a half ago, I discovered that we can get $20,000 in technical assistance with this, which this would equate to. So I'm asking for conditional approval of the contract with the possibility of the scope of services changing and the payments changing based on whether we get the RRC grant or not. That was long-winded, sorry.
How are we supposed to word that?
Yeah,
He actually has,
So moved.
he actually has a suggested motion right there at the bottom of the
Oh, yeah.
communication. So we thought ahead of those things.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we conditionally approve the agreement with McKenna with the caveat that the scope of services may be modified to meet the redevelopment-ready community standards, and the payment terms may be modified to state that the city of Hazel Park may pay $20,000, and the MEDC may match those funds for this project.
Second.
Any more discussion or changes to the motion? Dissension? One motion passes.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. That takes us down to the boards and commissions and appointments. I think that we need to do the Brownfield Regional Authority Board with reappointment of Tom Jones at Cloverchair, Serene Proctor. The motion to do that.
I'll move to reappoint Tom Jones, Ed Klobuchar, and Serena Paquin to the Brownfield Redevelopment Authority.
Support. Any dissension? Civil Service, Gary Harrison, reappointment.
I'd like to make a motion that we reappoint Gary Harrison to the civil service.
Civil Service Board.
Service Board.
Can you say that 5 times fast?
Support.
So simple. Okay, any support for that? Support, okay. No one passes. Dissension. DDA, Charles Temple, Bill Hitchcock, Marlene Pringle, Mike McFall, Matt Dudley, and Peggy Burleson.
Do you have to do
No,
those
that's
separately
right.
because
That's
one?
Yeah, why don't we,
Peggy's on a separate one.
I actually have a motion to make on this. I'd like to move to require the development of an annual reporting of activities and process of interview for our initiative-based boards and commissions, including but not limited to Hazel Park Arts Council, Hazel Park Planning Commission, Main Street Hazel Park, the Environmental Sustainability Commission, the Nature Initiative, and DDA projects, also the Historical Commission. The goal behind this being to foster communication and promote transparency, and that's to pull then from appointing or renewing at this point any of the DDA reappointments, the Environmental Sustainability, or the Planning Commissions on this list of recommendations.
Is that a motion?
That wasn't what we were talking about. So what do you want to do, Alyssa?
Yes, we were at the DDA. So instead of moving forward with this reappointment, what I want to do is make a motion. I'm moving to require the development of an annual reporting of activities and process of interview for our initiative-based boards and commissions. This is my motion.
For the next round of appointments.
Nope, for this round, moving forward.
to clarify this, I think we already just reappointed the DDA. And I think
No, we didn't.
We reappointed the Brownfield. We were in the
The
middle.
Brownfield,
Yeah.
okay.
We redid Brownfield and Civil Service, and then we're on DDA right now. We read it and we were waiting for a motion.
So you want us to stop appointing at all till we can create interviews?
Just for the DDA and the Environmental Sustainability and the Planning Commission.
Planning
Yes,
Commission, Alyssa, Planning Commission is statutory.
Planning Commission is, when we discussed that earlier,
That's the one I told you is statutory. The ones that are initiatory, where they do projects and tasks are Historical Commission, Arts Council, Main Street.
environmental. Now, so we had said just the DDA projects because DDA is statutory.
Is also statutory.
Okay, then planning, then we'll edit that to say Planning Commission projects.
Right. But they really don't do projects.
They just approve
They
plans.
approve plans and things like that, so.
Which the plans already been overseen
Right.
by the staff before they get to it. So what do we want to do?
Okay, so let me re-edit this because we went through this earlier and this was not the discussion that we had. So I want to make sure that I'm getting this correct. I move to require development of an annual reporting of activities and process of interview for our initiative-based boards and commissions. Those boards and commissions include the Hazel Park Arts Council, Main Street Hazel Park, Environmental Sustainability, Nature Initiative, the Historical Commission, and it's not limited to those. If we create future boards and commissions, I want those to be included as well if they are initiative-based. And that would include DDA projects and updates on Planning Commission projects. Is that what we're looking for? Because like when they were doing the master plan, that would apply to what I'm looking to do here.
So Alyssa, just as part of this is Jeff again, as part of the RRC requirements anyway, we're required to give a sort of annual update.
Okay.
So that would just be in part of it, so.
Okay. Oh, we've got terrible feedback, guys.
In other words, I think paraphrase what you, sorry.
What's happening?
Or is a system of reports and updates that these committees and commissions will supply to the city council on a regular basis so that everyone will know precisely what's going on and update them and also create a process where interviews could take place with individual commissioners should council so desire to achieve regular updates and assess their continued level of participation and interest. Did I say that
Yeah.
correctly?
Yes, that's what I said as well.
Okay.
Okay, so the second motion for that, it sounds like two different things.
No, I'm looking for us to postpone appointing or reappointing anybody that is on an initiative-based board or commission. Because we need to, if they are statutory commissions, we already have that laid out. We have that process laid out. What I'm looking for is the requirements and new requirements for interviews and reporting of our initiative-based boards and commissions that we don't currently have and we've never had.
Okay, so so the motion is then to establish that process for those commissions.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you could proceed with the appointments to the statutory.
Correct. Yes, and I'm not trying to derail that at all.
So the motion you have a motion going to us to go ahead and have a board set up for interviews of. these
No,
type of-
No, not a board.
her.
Sorry.
But let me try and then she can jump in. This is her motion. But I think what she is attempting to do is have the administration create the framework of a process so that these initiatory and project-based boards and commissions, which are not of a statutory nature, but are established by council in order to perform tasks and do projects and perform specific assignments, that those initiative and project-based commissions report back to the city of Hazel Park on a regular basis, precisely what they're working on, and that we establish a process and a procedure for council to meet with and to interview those commissions on an either commission or individual basis to assess their level of interest in remaining on the board or the commission. Is that accurate, Ms. Sullivan?
Yes.
Okay. Well, is that, you have that all?
You literally just reworded what I said, but put extra words in it.
I have her motion.
I know
We got it. We got you. I'm just trying to.
Clarify for the public.
Does that need to be two separate motions though?
No, I think we've got one.
Okay.
It's
It can
just
all be
two
one.
two components of one motion.
So
Coco won't yell at us.
do we have a support for her motion?
Support.
Thank you.
More discussion? Abstention? All right, that motion passes. Let's go back to the DDA, which is a statutory.
a statutory body.
Charles Hempel, Bill Hitchcock, Marlene Kringle, Mike McFall, and Matt Dudley is the new appointee.
We have to do those separately or.
You can do them all one motion. And you can vote for yourself if you like.
I don't have no place.
I would move, Mr. Mayor, I'll move to reappoint Charles Hempel, Bill Hitchcock, Marlene Pringle, Mike McFall, reappoint those four and appoint Matt Dudley to the Downtown Development Authority.
Second. Any more discussion, dissension? Anyone? Okay. Motion passes.
Now then, the only other ones that are statutory are planning and zoning board of appeals.
Planning Department.
EEOC.
I don't have a. Oh, that's the elected officials. We can wait on that
Peggy,
one.
Lisa,
Because there's another applicant for that we haven't spoken with, and we want to ascertain their interest in interview them because none of us have met.
okay. So the Planning Commission, Jake Slevats,
That's a reappointment.
it's a reappointment. A new appointee would be Kevin Koresh and Andrea Washington. It'll be a pleasure.
I don't have Andrea.
I talked to her earlier. She would be willing to
There is a
serve.
vacancy.
And we
That's
did
planning.
Planning.
I'd like to make a motion that we reappoint Jake Slevats and then appoint Kevin Kresh and Andrea Washington to the Planning Commission.
Support. Any dissension, discussion? Okay. And the ZBA would be Emily Testament for new appointment.
I'll move to appoint Emily Testament to the Zoning Board of Appeals.
Support.
And let's see.
Mr. Mayor, the other ones would fall under, except for the elected officials compensation committee, which is statutory, the other ones would kind of fall under that thing. Plus, we really haven't established the parameters yet for the environmental sustainability committee. I've spoken with Ms. Sullivan. She has some additional information and she has obtained from other communities. So when the council member and I have a chance to speak and go over that, hopefully we'll be able to bring you a more detailed proposal for the establishment of that commission at the next meeting. I did give you guys a draft of information and which are potential responsibilities for that commission. So it mirrored a lot of what the research that Councilmember Sullivan had found, and she can speak to this at greater length. But I think we'll have something ready for you at the next meeting, but I want to make sure that I get with her and get a hold of her research. Okay.
If anybody has any questions about that or any input that they want to get with the environmental sustainability, you guys reach out to or reach out to Ed or myself. I attended a very long Ferndale Environmental Sustainability Commission meeting. It was very interesting. And I've had some conversations with the Royal Oak Environmental Sustainability as well. So some great ideas.
You may be entitled to hazard pay for that one meeting.
Okay. Takes us to new business. I'd like to thank Tim Young for bringing up the RAP program, which I inquired 3 weeks or so ago about, and he brought forth and got us all signed up to OSHA. And I believe Mike McFall and we both posted it on our sites, and thank you very much. And thank you, Tim, for reaching out and getting that set up, and it makes it easier for some of our seniors to see it. And hopefully they can get some of their friends to get them signed up online. Thank you. Anyone else?
I would like to make a motion because next year will be the 80th birthday of Hazel Park. And I'd like to make a motion that we direct the Hazel Park Historical Commission to create a committee
This year.
this year, 79.
This year, 79. Next year.
Yeah, so I'd like to direct them to create some sort of committee to create events or something along those lines for next year to celebrate the 80th birthday of the park.
I support that.
Can I make a suggestion
Sure.
that be in conjunction with the rec department to help with the parade or party or festival of some sort to go with this so we can make it stand out.
I think that's a good idea, but I think we leave it to them to approach the rec department.
Yeah.
And let's put the,
Let's
you know,
put this,
but this is a historical event. Let's
put it on them.
put this important assignment on their shoulders.
That's a great motion. We have support. Extension, more discussion, anyone? All right. That passes. Any other new business?
Mr. Mayor, speaking of the historical commission, I think everyone received a copy of some prospective bylaws in their packet. This may be something that we should take some action on. Amanda Mason did the primary drafting of this, which I believe she is still.
She's up there.
Oh, there she is. She's up
I'm
here. I think it might be in the best interest of everyone for council to pass these bylaws on and provide the historical commission with the leadership, guidance, and direction.
I'd like to make a motion that we adopt these bylaws for the historical commission.
Support.
Motion maker and a second, if you could please add in the statement that conditional approval, there are some minor revisions due to spelling and punctuation that we need to correct.
Do you need me to say that?
I think it's just implied in the
Okay.
motion.
Okay. If it's all good, any more discussion? Motion passes. Any other new business? I'd like to bring up one more thing. Would it be feasible to get our DPW to plow the side streets on garbage day, or street maintenance day, street maintenance day, to help clear up some of the areas?
We do additional street maintenance on street maintenance day. I think in this case, the plow is going to be.
No, I'm just
I
saying
think
maybe
it's more
clean
like
up some of the
salting and things like
salting.
that. So I will speak with Tom. We do try to do that on an ongoing basis.
I know, but I
So,
just like
yep.
to maybe step.
I will reinforce that tomorrow with staff.
Before we get to another ice storm. So,
It's a never-ending battle.
I know we go through this every year. All right, thank you. Communications from department heads.
Mr. Mayor, Linda Yono wish to address the group first.
Okay. Yes, Jono.
Hi, everyone. Good evening.
Evening.
First off, I just wanted to wish our amazing city manager a happy 19th anniversary as Hazel Park City Manager. I think he deserves that recognition.
Thank you.
And I wanted to let everyone know that we are selling Hazel Park Promise Zone tickets. And if you visit the website or our Facebook page or the Hazel Park Schools website, you'll find more information, but it is scheduled for March 18th. Tickets are $30, and if you want to purchase two, they're $50. And each ticket comes with a meal from Joe Bar. So if you want to donate a little bit more, that would be great. But it's going to be a virtual dinner. So I just wanted to remind everybody of that. This event will not be canceled.
All right. Good morning, Linda.
Thank you, Linda.
Campbell, any comments?
No, I think we're good. Congratulations.
Thank
Some
you.
sort of record in the state.
Not in the state, but it's a record in the city. I broke the record in the city about 5 years ago. So.
Mr. Pinkley? Is he?
Nothing. I was texting with Tim. He wanted to try again.
Want to try again, Tim?
Tim Young, try again. It's got to be something with your microphone, Tim. I'm sorry. We're watching you talk. I can kind of read your lips, but again, he does have some important guidelines, which we have on the city website, and we'll make sure we post them again to Facebook to avoid problems with frozen pipes. This terrible cold weather it will wreak havoc with your pipes if your house isn't warm or if you have exposed pipes under your house. So please take all due care and caution to ensure that you do not allow your pipes to freeze. Also, we'll apologize for any water main breaks that we may have, but this extraordinarily cold weather, as I said, caused 3 water main breaks today that we're working on. One on Milton, we will not get to until tomorrow morning, but it's just a really slow week. So we'll work as fast as we can to keep any interruptions to a fair number.
And we'll send IT over to you. So.
Is that Jared?
Probably.
Jared.
Anyway.
Whatever anybody else wants to do, Jared gets to do.
Communications from our city attorney. Melissa?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, thank you. I wanted to congratulate Luke on his appointment and congratulate Ed on 19 years. It's a wonderful thing.
Thank you.
And we have another city attorney. Where's she at? Oh, there.
I'll just say happy belated birthday to Melissa.
Thank you, Amanda.
Communications from the city manager.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, happy birthday, Melissa. I want to thank everybody for recognizing my 19 years of service. It sometimes seems like just yesterday that Annie McCurry, Mike Webb, and Jack Lloyd, who I just saw not 5 minutes before we came in here, a former mayor and former city council person, made the decision to appoint me city manager back in 2002. And it has been the distinct honor and privilege of my life to serve in this position for these years. And I want to thank all of the many dedicated council people that I have worked with throughout the years, helped shepherd this city. So again, to all of you who I have served with and served under in the past, I thank you for your support. It's never been easy because Michigan finance is fundamental. So it's always a challenge to manage. With great city councils, I've had some great, fantastic department heads. And you know what? We have the best residents and the best people in the world. They never fail to answer the call, to be the heroes of their own destiny, rescue the city every time it's been in trouble. So I'm humbled. I'm grateful. I love this town. I've lived here my whole life. In many ways, it's been the work of my life. So I want to thank everybody that's been involved with helping me be successful. Thank you all. And congratulations to our new council member, Luke Rondo. I'm excited to work with Luke. He's a smart guy. We're going to all work together to accomplish it. This is a good team. I enjoy working with all of you, and I like coming to work and working with you for a team like this. So thank you all.
Thank you. Then we'll give the first round of comments from city council to the newest member, Councilmember Blanco.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just want to say I'm really proud that the first item that we worked on after I was sworn in was recognizing Black History Month. And I do want to unequivocally say that Black Lives Matter. I'd like to say thank you to the public at large, to council, to all the department heads. It's been a very warm welcome, and I'm extremely appreciative of that. Happy belated birthday to Melissa. Congratulations, Ed. I was in 8th grade when you joined the city of Hazel Park. So I just wanted to throw that out there. And just want to say thank you all again. I'm genuinely honored, and I really hope to earn the trust and confidence you placed in me.
Anything else? All right. Councilperson Alyssa Sullivan.
Thank you, guys. I want to say congratulations to Ed on 19 years. Happy belated birthday to Melissa Schwartz, and welcome to the team, Luke. Also want to congratulate all of our new appointees and our reappointees for our boards and commissions. And we have some other great appointments coming up for to fill out some more of our boards and commissions, and I really look forward to that. I also wanted to recognize Black History Month and tell everybody to be on the lookout. I've been working with a local resident whose father is a second-generation Tuskegee Airman, and the Hazel Park District Library in doing an online virtual question answer presentation with him. It should be the 20th of this month, so look for that online. And remind everybody to be safe, keep wearing your masks. Oakland County still has sign up for vaccinations, for COVID-19 vaccinations. So get on there, get in line. I know that we're still in phase 1, 1A and 1B, I believe. I don't think we've moved past that yet, but just keep washing your hands and staying safe.
Thank you. Councilman McFall.
Thank you, Mayor. Happy birthday, Melissa. And congratulations, Ed, on 19 years of service. Thank you for your dedication to the city. I'd like to remind everyone to continue to support our local businesses. Restaurants have reopened, the ones that have chosen to reopen. Some it's not fiscally possible for them to reopen because it doesn't make any sense to reopen. So please continue to order takeout from those restaurants. The restaurants that have reopened, if you don't feel safe going to them, please continue to order takeout from those restaurants. Otherwise, we do have restaurants in our city that have outdoor seating. Cozy Lounge is one of those. Joe Bar, Babel Gray. We have several that have outdoor seating. So please support them as much as possible. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, if I may jump in. Mike, I want to thank you and the work that you've done with Main Street, Hazel Park, and recognize Jeff Campbell as well, and the other members of your team. I think you've done a real good job in terms of promoting those restaurants, keeping this in the mind of the public using social media, that these restaurants desperately need your support during this time. So they are hanging on by a thread. So we're progressing back to opening up the state, and I think that's a good thing. And I want to thank you for your hard work in helping them keep going. Very good.
Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem Shapiro.
Thank you, sir. Sorry about missing your birthday, Melissa. Those Facebook posts is like so many things. You just must have a birthday with a lot of other people. And Ed, I'm giving you condolences for this position, appointing you to this position. But it is really, it's an honored position. You've done very, very well. You've done an outstanding job. It's been a great pleasure to work with you on all these things that, you know, you and Mike have been around for a long time in this position. And so it takes a very unique skill set, which you have. Then you've been smart enough to also surround yourself with very good staff in the administration. So congratulations. I don't wish you another 19 years, but
No, I think reality is that there are more years behind me than ahead of me in this position. But I thank you. I thank you for the trust and confidence that you placed in me when you hired me and when you hired me 19 years ago. And I hope I've never let you down or made you regret that decision once.
never regretted it. Nobody always sees the things when
Oh,
Ed and I are yelling at each other,
no
and
one
fighting about
sees
things
the
behind the
yelling
scenes.
behind the
We don't do
scenes.
that in public. but
You
It's
know,
real, and that's how things get
yeah.
done well.
It is.
But
It
it's
is.
never personal.
It's never personal. No.
So anyway, also I want to welcome Luke and look forward to working with you. This is really a unique position. And I like all those things that the judge had to say to you. Not everybody would know that the judge is a former councilman and a mayor. So all those things were not just coming from a judge, but an actual person who's done this position for a lot of years. And thank you to all the volunteers on the boards and commissions. Look forward to serving with them and them showing their talents and their skills, and helping the city move forward. In closing, if you love somebody, tell them. If you have children, hug them every day and tell them you love them. Thanks for coming out.
And you know what? You just reminded me of one more thing. I have to thank my wife, Diane, for putting up with all of this craziness for the past 19 plus years, because before that I was the assistant. And so it's been 20 years of this at least. And Diane, if you're watching, thank you for putting up with me during this crazy journey. Couldn't have done it without you, so thank you very much.
Thank you. I'd like to say thank you to all the people that applied for the city council seat one more time. It's nice to see that many people step up and want to volunteer in their community. I'd like to say welcome to you, Luke, and I hope that you take this job to heart. It's sometimes a thankless position, but it's also very rewarding and fulfilling to be able to help and benefit our community.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
And I'd also like to say it's been an interesting road, Mr. Klobuchar.
That it has been, Mr. Mayor.
And, you know, a lot of times we all, like Andy said, we've argued over issues over and over and over. Beat each other up over them, worked through them, found compromises to best suit the need of this community. And that's what it's about, fitting the need of this community. It's all about trying to fit the nail into a board that doesn't have a hole in it to try to make the hole work to fit the nail. And that's what it's all about. Trying to find that compromise that's the best suit. And building blocks is our community, and that's what it's all about. Again, we've had a long road, and I'd like to thank you very much for sticking in there. I don't think anybody else could have done it as long as you have. That's why you have a psychology degree. So.
I can go home and counsel myself.
No, actually, it worked out in his benefit because at the time when we first hired him, the biggest question from a lot of people and residents was, why did you hire a guy with a psychology degree and not a business management degree? Why didn't you go outside and look around? Let me tell you, we did go outside and look around. And the people we got coming in that we interviewed, correct me if I'm wrong, Andy, they were well qualified, but they had no idea what they were getting into. And they didn't have a clue as to what direction I felt at the time, we all felt, where this city needed to go. They did not, they just wanted to come in, get a paycheck and go 9 to 5. That job that he holds is not a 9 to 5. Okay? Yeah, when we call him up at 10 o'clock at night or text him and go, hey, what the hell's going on over here? You know, he responds.
No, you guys never do that.
No, we don't do that, but we have residents do that to us. And we have to find an answer sometimes, and we know a lot of the issues. But sometimes there's things that happen in the city that we're not aware of at the moment. And we have to get an opinion of what's going on, and we can't get a hold of them, get a hold of some of the other administrators. But Mr. Klobuchar's been there to help us through a lot of difficult situations. And I want to thank him from the bottom of my heart for being there to stand up and take on this job. And at one time, I think he didn't know if he wanted to stay here. The first couple of years, the first couple of years were rough, and they were atrocious. They were rough. And after that, things started smoothing out once I think we all got our feet wet as to how this city needed to change for the future. And making the future is what we've tried to mold this community from a different perception of different personalities, different opinions, different people that have moved here and came here, and other board members that have joined us over the years that have different ideas. And we've all tried to take that in and put it to paper and make it work for our community. And again, thank you very much. I'd like to thank the residents of Hazel Park for watching and contributing to the democratic process. Motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Support.
Well, the funny thing is, you know, I
Are we
went to
on?
Harvard.
Are we on?
Yeah, well, you got it. When I went to Harvard, they were all jealous.